stock market is going absolutely bananas. What in the world is going on with it? Well, let's get into it. What is happening right now is unprecedented. It's historical and it's absolutely insane. It's madness.
This is madness! Madness. This is Sparta!
Well, to explain it all, I first have to introduce you to WallStreetBets, the place where they've made millionaires off of billionaires. And if you've been living under a rock, WallStreetBets is a huge community on Reddit where they even have their own language, calling themselves things like artists or degenerates, which just means that they're bad at trading, which, to be fair, is 95% of the rest of the entire world. And then they have people in the groups called Chads. A Chad is someone who buys at the dip and holds because YOLO, you only live once, fam, because it's going to the moon, bro. Chads, you see, they don't have to do research because it's going to the moon, bro. And they don't have enough time to do research because they're too busy making those Benjis. Except most of the people don't make Benjis, they make tensies, which is code for marginal profit.
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a...
But of this group, the worst one that you want to be is the bag. You see, a bag is a holder who's someone who buys the stock at the absolute peak and then it crashes immediately after that and they lose tons and tons of money. They buy it simply for FOMO, fear of missing out. They don't want to miss out on all these great gains, bro. With all that being said, this brings us to the stock market. The stock market this week has been turned into a pure casino where the Wall Street bet people are making millions by calling options against the hedge funds, causing the hedge funds to sell their position or to end their short, which in turn makes them buy the stock, which makes it go up. And this loop continues and continues. Just this week, millions were made from the Wall Street Bets group. Billions were made on the Wall Street Bet group, straight off the backs of the billionaires. And this almost never happens. In fact, this is the first time in my life that the average investor or the retail investor has beat the hedge funds on such a big and public way. See, traditionally, we've been told to manage our risk from least to greatest. There are 3, maybe 4 tiers of risk management. 1, you have your index stock funds, which ironically, the index stock funds beat 99% of all hedge fund managers. So you could literally just pour your money into that and you'd beat the average hedge fund manager anyways. This is where you should put most of your money. 2, individual stocks. 3, things like, this is a little bit more risky, things like crypto and penny stocks. And 4, meme stonks. But this week, everything has been flipped on its head. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left, and dog coin is going to the moon, bruh. And this, my friends, is where our story begins. And buckle up because it's going to be a wild one. Who needs reality TV when you have this real stuff going on? So in this video, I'll be covering how and why GameStop, AMC, companies like that, and even Dogecoin have been up over 1,000%. How, in my mind, this changes the course of investing forever. And my thoughts on what you should do. So, most of the time, when the value of a stock goes up, it's because increase in sales, maybe a merger with a bigger company, or last quarter's up in revenue. But the crazy thing is, Absolutely none of that has been happening this past week for any of these stocks. But instead, what's happening is these people on Reddit have exploited these top most shorted stocks. For instance, GameStop has more shorts than stocks are available. And they saw an opportunity. They just thought that we're stronger together. And if we band together, maybe, just maybe, we can make a huge profit. So what they did is they bought a bunch of call options on GameStop, forcing the hedge funds to close out their short positions or buying back the stock. And what happens when you buy a stock? Oh, I don't know. It goes up in value again. And this loop just kept happening and happening. And it was crushing the hedge funds. This caused them to have to even close even more positions, causing the stock to go up even more. And this loop continued, causing some of these Wall Street bet guys to make millions right off the back of these billionaire hedge funds, losing over $5 billion this week. And that, my friends, caused them to lose at their own game. But it doesn't even stop there. Because what happened this morning, and it goes even deeper than we first thought. You see, while the battle of the hedge funds and the Wall Street bets were going on, while the battle of the hedge funds versus the retail investors was going on, the NASDAQ stopped allowing trades, which is absolutely crazy. And it threatens the entire thesis of having a free market. But it gets even worse because companies like TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Webull, and Robinhood all stopped allowing trades to buy more of these stocks. But they were still allowing them to close out their shorts, allowing the hedge fund people to put a cap on their losses and not allowing the retail investors to make even more money. And this, for the moment, has completely halted their movement. And in my opinion, Robinhood really dropped the ball on this because them being Robinhood, like Robin Hood, the guy who, steals from the rich to give to the poor, Robinhood, that guy, this could have been a huge PR thing for them, but instead they dropped the ball. And instead of them being Robinhood, it seems like they're more like Robin the Hood. But instead, they blocked some of these users and even censored them. They told us it was for safety reasons and to protect us. Interesting. But the truth, my friends, is a little bit deeper than that. Because anytime we use one of these companies, one of these fictional apps like Robinhood or Webull, you see, we're not actually buying the stocks from them or selling from them. They're more like the middleman. And they actually, when we place an order with them, they actually place an order with the They actually place the order with the market makers, the actual companies with the stocks that we want to buy. This is made up of companies, ironically, like Citadel. The company that lost $2.72 billion this week off of GameStop. Yeah, they're the ones who actually own the stock, not Webull or Robinhood. So at this point, we're not really sure if it was Robinhood and all these other apps that stopped the trading, or if it was companies like Citadel, but one of them is stopping the trading, and Congress is even getting involved at this point. So we still need a little bit more information, but if I had to guess, I would say the chicken comes before the egg. If Citadel is the one who actually owns the stock, and they're the ones who are actually losing the billions, put your thinking cap on. You can guess what my thoughts are. So what should you do, and how should you invest your money during all this crazy times? Disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. You should do your own research and invest your money how you want. So during all this time, there's been a lot of gurus popping up all over the place saying that Dogcoin is going to the moon, bro. Join my Discord and find out how you can make millions. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where in the short term, it might go to the moon, but eventually there's going to be a market correction and it's going to come back. And along the way, millions are going to be lost and millions are going to be gained, not just by the billionaire hedge funds, but by the retail, aka you and me investors as well. So my advice is be wary of these gurus because they always pop up after big wins. And it's easy to show, hey, look how much money I made on this huge gamble that I took. And yeah, that's really sexy to think that you can get rich quick and blah, blah, blah. They always pop up, okay? But just like Warren Buffett always says, when everyone's being greedy, you should be scared. And when everyone's being scared, you should be greedy. So what's going on right now? Everyone is being very greedy. And I think it's going to come crashing down at some point. Millions are going to be made in the process. Millions are going to be lost in the process by you, me, and billionaires alike. So if you do have diamond hands and you want to ride this wave, I recommend that you don't invest no more than 5% of your total net worth into one particular thing. I see a lot of people putting it all on black. I'm going to be rich tomorrow. And that's how people in the past have gotten burned. And that's how people today are going to get burned. So I recommend you don't put anything into the market that you're not comfortable losing forever. Me personally, I'm playing around with it too, but it's at a very marginal amount of what I'm actually investing in. I'm investing less than 1% into things like GameStop, Dogecoin, all this other stuff. The real opportunity in my eyes is, disclaimer, again, I'm not a financial advisor, do your own research, but for me, the opportunity lies in that through all this big losses that these hedge funds companies are taking, they're having to sell some of their other assets in order to cover these losses. What does that mean? That means stocks like Apple and GameStop and Amazon, they're all on sale right now. These are big companies that pay dividends. So for me, this is where I'm doubling down. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you're new here, consider subscribing. That's it for this time. I appreciate you stopping by, and I can't wait to see you next time. For now, peace, love, and prosperity.